Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for coming by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I'm a comic collector. These Sunday videos are intended to showcase the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop. I've got a pull list, so I'm pretty up to date with what's happening in comics today. I love digging through the dollar bins, and I love digging through the back issue bins. So, if that sounds interesting to you, and you'd like to join me on my journey back to the bins, why don't you take a look over here, and I'll show you what I picked up. Alright, and like I said, these are the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop, 204 Comics in Winnipeg. And as per usual, we start in alphabetical order, and that takes us this week to DC Comics. And this is Absolute Batman #1, the third printing, a Jerome Opeña cardstock variant. This was a FOMO buy. Everybody been hyping this book, and I thought I needed to get on that train, if only as a cover collector. I thought this was a great looking cover, and as popular as it is, I wanted to have it in the collection. I'm not going to get any others. Well, that's not true. I'm going to get the fourth printing as well. I know this starts bad things. The snowball begins to roll downhill at this point, but I really like this cover. I wanted to get it, and why not, right? So, cool. The FOMO is real there. Keeping with DC and the All-In event, here we have Action Comics. This is issue 1077. Once again, Sebastian Fiumara cardstock variant. I'm collecting his small run on Action Comics. Another fantastic looking cover with Superman in purple space. I love it. Beautiful, cool stuff. Love the artist. And it's almost that time of year, folks, so in keeping with the whole DC universe and all in over here, we have Batman Santa Claus Silent Night Returns #1. This is the Dan Mora cardstock variant. Awesome stuff. I read this series last year. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm a sucker for things holiday related. I love that there are comic books that involve Santa and the holidays and all of that. So this was a fun book last year. Wanted to get it again this year. Great Dan Mora cover. Santa Claus has never looked more badass. That's great stuff. And in keeping with DC and all the great variant covers they do, I couldn't say no to this. This has got a little bit of wrapping going on. Hopefully you can see all of that. Once again, this is the same comic, Batman Santa Claus Silent Night Returns #1. This time, though, it's the Dan Hip DC Holiday Surprise Rub and Smell Virgin variant. It comes wrapped like this. It apparently smells like gingerbread. Last year, the one smelled like peppermint. I'm not going to open this one. I love the presentation here. I keep a little container full of all my holiday comics at Christmas time right under the tree, so if I ever have anybody over, they want to take a look at holiday stuff, they got comic books to look through. So this is going to stay that way. I think it's a great idea, but I will show you what the actual cover looks like, because it's actually pretty cool as well. So just take a look at that. Man, there was a lot of really great DC stuff this week, and here we go. Another #1. I've seen a lot of positive reviews on this so far, this first issue, but I've also seen some fairly consistent negative reviews. So I guess it's a 50-50 split here, folks. This is Black Canary, Best of the Best, #1. This is the Ryan Sook A cover. I love Black Canary. Huge fan of Birds of Prey, as you all know if you watch the program here. And I couldn't wait to get into a Black Canary solo series. But I don't know when I'm going to get to reading this. It'll probably be around June or July, but who knows. Super cool. Tom King writing. Like I said, it's kind of up in the air as to whether or not, or it's not up in the air. It just seems like it's a pretty even divide as to who like it and who doesn't. But I love it. And of course, with Black Canary and all Birds of Prey related things, we got to get ourselves a variant cover. So here we have a beautiful David Nakayama variant cover, of course. Nice cardstock. Love his artwork. Love his female characters that he draws. This is just absolutely phenomenal. I've had this one pulled for a long time, waiting for it to come in, and it's just gorgeous. I'm going to read the other one, and this one's just going to be for the cover's sake. Just beautiful. Love that so much. Black Canary was awfully popular this week because, of course, I also got this. Again, more DC goodness. This is Green Arrow, number 18. That's a Guillaume March foil virgin variant cover. You gotta love Ollie. You gotta love Black Canary. Them together. Great foil cover. Super cool. Love that. I can't get over Green Arrow. And what I'm seeing right now about this particular issue is people are loving it. And I was thinking about getting rid of it, but the covers kept being so awesome. And the book, as far as I'm concerned, is still pretty good. But I haven't seen people talking about this book so favorably in a long time. So I'm going to just keep reading it now. Yeah. Here, I think this is potential for cover of the year. And this is definitely a potential for best miniseries of the year in the books that I have been buying in 2024. This is Gromit's number 6. The Brett Parson cover is just awesome. I love this. It's it's just a great book, and the cover is gorgeous. What else do you want me to say? I love this stuff. All right, and then, we got something from the back issue bins. Nice to see. I had spotted this last week and wanted this because this is one of my favorite episodes of TV of all time. This is Star Trek Harlan Ellison's The City on the Edge of Forever, number 1 from June of 2014. It's a Juan Ortiz cover. The City on the Edge of Forever is Star Trek's pinnacle. It is the highlight of that 3-season TV show. If anybody watching has not watched Star Trek from 1966, 67, 67, 68, 69, I think, actually. We'll check. If you've never seen Star Trek, you should at least watch a little bit of it, and you should watch this one for sure. I love this episode. To me, it truly is one of the best examples of great TV and the potential that TV had. This is just a fantastic story. I didn't realize this was just the first issue. I think it's 4 issues. I also have the hardcover version of this exact comic, but I love the single issues, and I love the artwork on this. And I just love this episode of Star Trek, so I had to keep it. I had to get it, so that's that. But super cool. Can't wait to page through that. And some more classic stuff here. Some indie. This is Universal Monsters Frankenstein, number 4. It's a great Jenny Frison variant, of course. We love Jenny Frison here. We love her variant covers. This has been a pretty good book so far. This is issue 4. I think there's one more. This might be the end, though. I'm not entirely sure. But not as good as Dracula. And I don't know where I stand on it compared to Creature from the Black Lagoon Returns. We'll see. But still, lovely cover and a fun read. All the same. And here's something different. Got this out of the, I guess, dollar bins. Paid $5 for this. This is Wolverine by Claremont and Miller, the trade paperback. This is the second printing from July of 1987. And this showcases I guess it's Wolverine's first solo title, Wolverine, issues 1 to 4. It also features issues 172 and 173 of Uncanny X-Men. I'm not going to get myself that original run of Wolverine just because it's not something I was after. But I found this for $5, and I thought, what a steal of a deal. I want to read this because Wolverine's pretty cool. Not one of my favorites, but I think his early days are going to be way more appealing to me than today. Although I am enjoying him right now in Uncanny X-Men as well. But that's super cool. Well, folks, that's it. And what's that? Hold on a second.
I can't believe it's happening. Is it gonna do?
I don't know if you noticed, but there was no Marvel Comics this week. And missing some indies. It was supposed to be a big week. Well, actually, some things happened over at the LCS with distribution changes, and Marvel and some independent stuff were not shipped. So I thought I needed to take this opportunity to showcase some books I picked up in October
It's a Christmas
during the Winnipeg Comic Con. So, the following books are the first wave of books I picked up when I first got there. And we start in alphabetical order as per usual, and we go with the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, we got some nice bonus content here for you folks. This is the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5, issue number 61, and it's a Michael Cho Spider-Man two-tone variant from March of 2021. I had yet to get back into comics at this time, but I have seen these since, and I think they're just beautiful. I saw a Thor one recently as well I'd like to get. I like Cho's work. I really like the cartoon nature of it all. Beautiful cover. And I love Spider-Man, so this is just right up my alley. Awesome stuff right there. Whoa, I knocked some lights out. Hold on. Getting a little excited with these books from Winnipeg Comic-Con back in October. Here we go. Look at that. I was so happy to find this one. This is Captain America, number 334 from October of 1987. Bob McLeod and Mike Zeck on the cover. And this is, of course, the first appearance of Bucky, or Lamar Hoskins. I am collecting Captain America now, even more than just milestone issues. I'm really getting into it. And, I mean, from clearly an aesthetic standpoint, I love Captain America's look. And I also like what he represents, and I think I will enjoy a lot of his storylines. They're war-related, and I think overall he's respected in the comic universe, so I want to see some good stuff here with Captain America. But yeah, I just really was glad to find that. And it's a newsstand, too. And then I found this one, which, of course, had I looked a little deeper into my League of Comic Geeks, I would have realized I already own this. But this is Fantastic Four, Volume 7, this is Fantastic Four, Volume 1, number 236 from August of 1981. That's a John Byrne cover. He's also doing the writing. He's doing the inks and the pencils. And this is celebrating the Fantastic Four's 20th anniversary. I'm okay with getting this one again because this is actually quite an upgrade to my other one. Although my other one is a newsstand, this one just looks way better. Super cool book. Love the Fantastic Four. And also found this in the same with the same group of guys that were selling comics at Comic-Con. This right here is Fantastic Four number 1. This is Volume 7. That's an Alex Ross black and white variant from November of 2022. This run is still going today. It's probably one of the best runs in comics right now. And I have been collecting double issues since, I think, issue 3. Maybe issue 4, and I didn't have these ones. I think since issue 5, because I want to get every black and white one of the team, which I think they do in the first 4 issues of this book. Alex Ross was doing some great work on the covers back then. He's no longer doing it, and the book is still absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for a book to read, you're interested in Fantastic Four, there's a movie coming out soon. This is a good run to read, and I'm happy to get the first one here with Reed Richards on the cover. Okay, and then to fill my Batman gaps, because I'm trying to collect issues 270 to 330 for no other reason than I think I like the covers. It's an affordable run to collect, and I just have started. So this is Batman number 276 from March of 1976, and that's a Tatiana Wood cover. Love this. This was a different booth at Winnipeg Comic-Con. These were dollar bin books, so they're in pretty rough shape, but they're still good readers, and I'm happy just to put them in the collection right now. I actually think prices on these are kind of increasing a little bit, so to find some higher end copies of this kind of stuff, it's probably going to be like a $6 to $7, $8, $10 book. So, cool to get these for $1. And I'm thinking about the Canadian market. I'm not sure what it would be like in the States, but I continue to find some issues that I've been looking for and needing to fill for that run. So this is Batman number 279 from June of 1976. Ernie Chan, and the interiors are by Ernie Chan and Neil Adams. Ernie Chan doing the cover here. Love that. I love the Riddler. We've got some nice Egyptian themes. Awesome trade dress. Super cool. Happy to get that, even though it's a bit beat up. And this one was really beat up, and I missed the opportunity of getting a really good one for my LCS last year, but I saw this and I had to get it. This is Batman number 323 from February of 1980. This is the first appearance of Caroline Crown. That's a Dick Giordano cover and Len Wein doing the writing. And I just love classic Catwoman and Batman cover. Again, I think the gray and blue Batman is one of the best looking costumes of all time. Super cool. Love that. This one's a little controversial, so I'm going to give you a bit of a warning right now, but this one is something from a line that I am collecting. This is Fighting Marines. This is issue number 160 from October of 1981. I love collecting war comics, and at Winnipeg Comic Con, the same booth that was giving me the dollar books had some of these great Charlton comic war comics, and this one was just amazing to see. You don't see this too often in comics, and I figured I needed to add it to my collection as somebody who loves these World War II comics. This was a $10 book, and these things are hard to find. You don't see a lot of good condition Charlton comics, and depending on what the cover content is, you may not ever see some of them. So it was cool to see this one. Once again, filling gaps in my collection. This is G.I. Joe. This is a Real American Hero, issue number 4 from October of 1982. This is a Canadian edition, 75 cents. This is the first appearance of Vance Wingfield, Tyler Wingfield, and Sherry Wingfield. Got Bob Hall on the cover, Herb Trimpe's story and pencils, and of course Larry Hama doing the writing. I collected this series as a kid. I missed a bunch of the early issues and then the last little bit of the last issues, but this was a great cover. It's a newsstand. It's beat up. I think I got this for $2, but I mean, it's a who's who on the cover. I had to get it. Super cool. And there we go. That concludes the first wave of comics that I got at the Winnipeg Comic Con back in October. We'll try to showcase the next wave, which is going to be a lot of fun because a buddy bought it for me, and I want to show him, as well as you, the books that were in that bag. So anyway, that's it. And how about we get back to the real world? Shall we? Well, that was a great stack of books. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps to build the channel, and I'd love to develop a community of people who just really love comics. Thanks so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week, and until then, remember, comics are good.